What's up, YouTube? This is Wally Echo. I'm Parker, and I'm here once again for the Raw Rundown. This week, it's December 25th, 2017. It's Christmas Raw. Yay! The first ever live Raw on Christmas. I don't know if they'll go with this again. There was a huge crowd, it seemed, on the arena, but I don't know how many people actually watched. That'd be interesting to see. But if you don't know, if you've never seen a Raw Rundown before, or our SmackDown Survey counterpart, this is the time where I go through the Raw of the week and I give the parts that I liked an up and I give the parts that I disliked a down. There you go. It's that simple. It's all my opinions, which is great. So you just are here to listen to what I think about things, and that makes me feel good about myself. Makes me feel that I'm important, which is nice. So, like I said, this was the Christmas episode, and so I actually really loved this Raw. I really did. So let's see what parts are great and what parts aren't. We started off not with an Authority promo, which is a nice change of pace. I guess they're going with something a little more jolly than an Authority figure, so that's cool. We actually had John Cena make his return to Raw. The last time we saw John Cena on Raw and for a Raw program was at No Mercy, where he fought Roman Reigns, and obviously after that we did see him on Survivor Series siding with SmackDown Live for no reason at all. So he returned once again for Christmas. Isn't that nice? Old Johnny John Cena. So he came out and he was being his normal John Cena self. This was in Chicago, so I was kind of expecting him to get booed out of the building because that's what happened the last time, or one of the most significant times he was in Chicago. Um, but he wasn't. It seemed like they were okay with him. And he was kind of talking and giving his spiel and being all John Cena and Merry Christmas and all that. And then Elias comes out, and Elias is great like always. I really love Elias. I think his character work is really well done. So he came out and he said he's going to sing a song. And so he sang a song. He was talking bad about Chicago, and John Cena defended Chicago. And then Elias was like, okay, I'll try it again. I'll try and do better. And so he plays for a second, and but this was just a distraction to get John Cena off his game, not paying attention. And then he punches John Cena out. Which the back and forth between them, it was a little annoying at times. Cena's not my favorite character, in all honesty, but I'm gonna give the thing an up, mostly for Elias. I just really love the way he does things, and I thought it was well done. But this, of course, did lead to a match between John Cena and Elias, and it was a bit longer than I think it might should have gone. But for the most part, I thought it was pretty good. Elias, I think, gave a good showing. It's kind of similar to me to his bout he had with Roman Reigns a few weeks ago. I thought it was good to give him the chance to go with somebody that's very experienced in the ring and someone that's obviously popular in some way. He's gets a reaction, so that was really good, and I think that was good for him to have that exposure. And of course, John Cena did end up winning, which I guess it's because it's Christmas and you're supposed to have the feel good, you know, face winning. I guess I don't really know. I think that they should have given Elias the win. Personally, I think that would have done wonders for him, but they didn't. But overall, I thought the match was good enough that it gets an up. And next, we had, for some reason, I don't know why we had to have this again, but we had Absolution versus Sasha Banks, Bailey, and Mickey James. Seems like this is like the third or fourth week we've had this matchup. Um, but the match was good. It was well done. I thought that um, the heels did really well, like they have been. They've been doing so much better than the Riot Squad. No offense, SmackDown, but Raw's just better. I'm just kidding, but it's true. But Absolution was really well done. I think that while Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose have some work to get done, to get better and to really uh, give them some life. Definitely, they need some like character work and some personality. But I think that as a team, they're doing well, and they obviously were. It was correct for them to be the winners of the match, and so everything was just it was good. So I'm giving it up. Next, we had I believe before this match there was a backstage segment where Rhino and Heath Slater the week before after Raw went off the air. Rhino and Slater had an interview after they lost last week, and they said they needed to make a change. And so to start with the making a change, Rhino decided to ask for Heath Slater to be put in a match with Kane, which to me wasn't the smartest decision you could have ever made, but it's the decision they made. Kane destroyed Heath Slater, but it was great. I actually enjoyed it. While I do hate on Kane a lot of time, or I hate on the segments where Kane beats up younger talent a lot of times. Honestly, Heath Slater's not really going anywhere. He had his moment last year with the tag titles, but um, we kind of know that he's kind of stagnant. And he's kind of in his place, and he's not really gonna be a main eventer. So I'm okay with Kane uh, having this match and beating Heath Slater pretty quickly, and it's building towards the triple threat, obviously, which is what most of the talk was about. And then after he defeated Heath Slater, he did come back into the ring and attack Rhino as well, which will probably lead to a match between him and Rhino next week, which will probably be fun, good too. But this was enjoyable. I love Kane, even though he's not as great as he used to be, just because of his age. Um, I thought it was good enough to get it up. It was enjoyable. Next, we had Kurt Hawkins in the ring, and he says, "This time I'm gonna win. I'm gonna break my losing streak. I think it's like at 146 or seven losses at this point in a row, which is pretty crazy actually. That this has become his gimmick is that he loses all the time. It's pretty crazy. But so he says that he can beat anybody, and so he's issued an open challenge and who comes out to take up this open challenge other than Finn Balor? Why? Once again, why? Why is the inaugural first ever Universal Champion, the guy that you skyrocket pushed to the moon last year, why suddenly have you lost so much faith in him that all he's done in the past month has fought Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and now Kurt Hawkins. That's it. Like that's really is that like really no down. It's getting it down. It's awful booking. Balor won obviously, but like this is so awful. Balor deserves so much more than this, and to me it's so sad, and it honestly kind of makes me angry that they're doing this to him. I think it's not right at all. But on to happier things. We had Bray Wyatt coming down to the ring, and as he blew his candle and the lights came back on, Woken Matt Hardy was in the ring, physically there, not just on the Titantron, and he attacked Bray Wyatt. It was a very short encounter, just a couple of hits, and then he tried to go for the twist of fate, but Bray backed out and went out of the ring and ran off, and Matt got on the mic and just laughed, and it was so lovely. I enjoyed it very much. So let's get it up. I love Woken Matt. Next up, we had Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship, and I part like the match was great. Obviously, both competitors are amazing in the ring, and so the match is getting an up. I thought about giving a down to what happened at the end, but I'm not going to do it because I actually really enjoyed it. I was gonna give it a down because I didn't. I was because it looks like a heel turn, but it's not gonna be a heel turn because it's Roman Reigns. But what did end up happening was that Roman Reigns refused to acknowledge the rope break, and he was counted out and disqualified, making Samoa Joe the winner. But obviously, the title doesn't change hands by those kind of things. And then Roman Reigns continued attacking, and he brutalized Samoa Joe, and it was pretty crazy that they did this because they've always shown Joe as being super dominant. But I actually really enjoyed this from Reigns. I thought it was really cool, and the crowd from unless Kevin Dunn was working his tail off to make it sound differently, I didn't hear hardly any boos about it. So I guess it was good, well received. But it was enjoyable to me, and well, I don't think it was maybe like they explained it by that he was doing this because Samoa Joe injured Dean Ambrose, which the reports are that he could be out for up to 9 months. Obviously, WWE likes to exaggerate those times so that they can bring him back early and it can be a surprise. But it does suck for Dean. Hopefully, he'll be able to rehabilitate and go through the physical therapy quickly enough to get back. But obviously, only when he's fully healed. But Dean's storyline is was going so well with Rollins that it's disappointing that this happened, but we wish him the speedy recovery. But after that, we had the Miztourage. Uh, they had been annoying everybody with backstage singing throughout the night. So Kurt Angle said that they were gonna be in a match, but he wasn't going to tell them their opponent just go down to the ring. So they went down the ring, and Braun Strowman was their opponent in a 2-on-1 handicap match with some kind of Santa theme to it. I don't remember, but this was amazing. Strowman killed them so good. It was great. Strowman's fantastic. I don't care. It was just brought so much happiness to my soul, which is what Christmas is all about. It's about a big giant dude killing littler dudes for my happiness. That's the whole thing about Christmas, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. So it's getting a huge up. It's fantastic. Not much to it. It's pretty short, but the crowd was into it. They called for more power slams, and Strowman delivered. It was great. Next up, we had Alexa Bliss come out, and this was really great because she started out like, "Oh, the Royal Rumble's so great and that's historic and all that," which I'm kind of getting tired of hearing already. Because we know obviously that's historic. You don't have to ram it down our throats, please. But then what was great is she showed her great character work because she said it's all because of me. It's all because I'm the best that there is in the women's division. I'm the reason why they're getting this chance to have this Royal Rumble, and I thought that was awesome. It was really good. Alexa Bliss is one of the best talkers in WWE. And then Asuka came out and she announced that she would be entering in the Royal Rumble, which is pretty good. And then she kicked Alexa Bliss for good measure. And this was all great, and it's getting up. And then we had the main event. And earlier in the night, it was established that Rollins was going to get his chance at redemption and get a chance at to get his tag team titles back from the Bar. But this time, his tag team partner was going to be Jason Jordan. Um, I'm not sure what I felt about this, and I kind of wanted to give it a down, but with after thinking about it for a while, I'm decided to not do that. And this is the reason why I think. Well, I think that Jordan wasn't the right person to go with this decision, and I'll get to that why that I think that is in a second. I think that this could be really good to continue with the storyline because if the storyline was originally, or if it now is, to turn Dean heel, I think this could kind of work out in their favor because you could go with when Dean comes back, he could feel betrayed by Rollins that Dean gets injured, and then Rollins just finds another tag team partner the next week, and they win the gold together, and Dean gets basically replaced that quick. And it's like, were you really? Are you really my brother? Are you really? Do you really have my back? I get injured for so many months, and you're just gonna not even care, and you're gonna go and win the titles with some other dude that the week before you were fighting with, and all this stuff. Like, I think it could really work if that's the route they decide to go on, and I kind of hope it is. But it's because of that and that hope of of that storyline happening is why I'm not giving it down. Um, so we go to the match, and it's Rollins and Jordan versus Cesaro and Sheamus. and the match was really good. The only thing is that Chicago is Jason Jordan's hometown. When Jason Jordan came out, he got literally zero reaction. Like there, it wasn't boos like you would hope if he was heel, but now they tried in a couple of promos to turn him face to kind of counteract what they've been doing. But he literally got no reaction. Everyone said it was like Cruiserweight came out or something. There was literally nothing. Like the place was dead, and like that's why I'm disappointed that that's who they chose for Rollins' partner. I guess it makes sense because Jordan was kind of involved in the story before, but um, I don't know. I mean, you could have put Reigns in there and made Reigns a double champion, which I'm surprised Vince wouldn't have wanted to do because it seems like Vince's kind of plan. But I don't know. That I kind of worry about is that'll hurt Rollins with Jordan's just no one cares about him anymore because of the way they have done the story. I don't think it worked like they wanted it to. He had his moment. Like I think people got more into it during the match when he got his hot tag and he started tearing up people, and he actually got the pin on Cesaro with his weird. He like throws him up and then neck breakers him. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's interesting. He got the pin, and Rollins and Jordan are now the champions together, tag team champions, and I don't know what this does for the tag title scene. I don't know if Cesaro and Sheamus will continue as the rivalry. I hope that they don't because like while Jordan does kind of I guess freshen it up, Rollins has fought them so much since before SummerSlam. Like that's a long time for this rivalry to continue on, and it'd be nice to see perhaps the revival since they came back last week. They weren't on the show this week though, which was kind of sad. But they came back last week, so I would like to see them become number one contenders. I think that would be really awesome. Or we could maybe, hey, bring back the club that we haven't seen them in forever and a half. Like that'd be nice. Let's not forget about them. So I like while I love Cesaro and Sheamus so much, I it is kind of getting stale with this whole thing. But um, overall, I loved Raw this week. As you can tell, there was only one down, nine ups. It's unprecedented. This has never happened before. But I don't know what it was, but maybe it was Christmas spirit. I don't know. But for some reason, I just really loved this Raw. And even like the little things where I was kind of on the edge about giving it down, like the stuff I loved about those segments I was just like I can't give it a I don't know. It was weird, but other than the Balor thing, like it's just that's what really gets me is it's so disappointing seeing Balor where he is. But other than that, I thought it was great Raw. But you might have disagreed. If you do disagree in any way, let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to hear what you guys thought of everything. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any of our content, our Raw rundowns, our SmackDown surveys, and our pay-per-view content, predictions, reactions, aftermath videos, and maybe some top 10s thrown in there every now and then too. If you don't want to miss any of that stuff, please, like I said, hit that subscribe button. But with that, that was Raw, the Christmas Raw, and it was really great. So hope you did enjoy. But with that, I'm Parker from Wawa Echo, and we'll see you very soon. Peace. Next year, 2018. Yay.